Good morning to the grind. How about that right there? Kings up today, man. I'm feeling empowered. I'm feeling excited. I'm feeling groovy, man. Absolutely to my kings out there, man. Raise up. Good morning to you. I'm KeJohnna Owens, man. As you see, Raider Nation. This is the Grindologist101 Podcast each and every morning, Monday through Friday, man. God say so will and God say so fit. And I get to get up. I get to be blessed. I get to be encouraged. I get to encourage other people to say, you know what? If it's to be, it's up to me. If it's to be, it's up to you. 6 a.m. on the West Coast, it's 9 a.m. on the East Coast. That's Monday through Friday. Get up. God say so willing. But what about if you're on the East Coast? It's 9 o'clock. They at work. Maybe on the way to break. And West Coast might be a little bit early, but what if you got up a little bit earlier than everybody else and you gave yourself the edge that maybe you don't have necessarily with skill, with talent, with speed, with size or whatever, but you could outwork people? Oh, man, you could put yourself in a position that you never thought you could. See, because nothing works but the work. And that's what this is all about. So this is part of my daily method of operation. I get up in the morning, I feel good, I feel empowered, I feel encouraged, and I get to share that energy. I believe that if we can capture momentum, the earlier we capture it in the morning, the more of it we can have throughout the day. Man, I come from a long way behind. And if you believe that you could come from a long way behind and just get in the pack, because guess what? Once you're in the middle, if you've come from a long way behind, you right in there. Imagine what consistency will get you to do if you've already caught up. You didn't even know you had caught up. Look at that. Keep smiling. That's all the way from Ghana. I know who that is. Absolutely. Smile lady, we have got to connect the dots to success. I'm looking to do some global stuff. This is a year. My number in high school was 24. So, this my year. I'm gonna claim that right here. Let's go. Down to the U.S. We're gonna get to the other side, man. Each and every day, I want to give you something that you could take within the day. Capture early. Put in your Popeye can of spinach, if you will, when things get tough, when things may get a little difficult, when adversity faces you, and you just have had enough. Sometimes you gotta have enough. You have to have, what? No more failure. No more quitting. No more this. Whatever that no more is, when you say, I think that's like Popeye. See, when Popeye said no more, and you go in there and get that can of spinach, pop that can, pop that spinach, and Popeye is another kind of beast once he pops that spinach. And I believe that we all have a spinach in ourselves, but we get to a place that says, no way, Jose. You know what? I could do all things. Now that's a noble thought. Let's talk about it on the other side. I'm going to allow some of the best to ever do it to give you something to go forward with them today. This is the Grindology101 Podcast. I am KeJohnna Owens, and you are a certified today. If you're on today, you're a certified grindologist.
How much longer are you going to sit around? You going to sit there for another 30 seconds? Maybe another minute? Another hour? Or maybe start in a few hours? Or better yet, let's kick it off tomorrow. You going to delay it till tomorrow? Or maybe put it off for another week? Another month? Another year? How much longer are you going to just sit there and not move your life forward?
All the real achievers in this world, they just get going. They start anywhere, at any time, in any place. They start regardless of their pain or whether they're pumped up. Their location doesn't fucking matter. They just begin. And you gotta just take the leap. Just dive into the work.
Just get up and move and watch procrastination crumble. If you can't take control of your own brain and it controls you, you're f***ed. You've got control over your mind. You've just got to enforce it. You got to tell your brain where you want to go and what you want to do. You don't give it an option to slack off.
So the next time you're feeling weak or lazy or just not in the mood, remind those feelings they don't get a fucking say in what you do today. You're gonna remain disciplined, committed, and getting done.
When that alarm goes off at 4 or 5 in the morning and your mind complains, you tell it, this is our new normal. You've got to command your brain and tell it where you want to head, why you're doing this, and the way you're going to make it happen. You don't get better by sitting on the damn couch. You get better by stepping out into the world and giving it everything you've got every fucking day.
And everybody will talk about it. Everybody will post about it. Everybody will plan it. But barely anybody is willing to roll up their sleeves and just go get it. Because most people in the world are lazy. They don't want to do things that don't come easy.
This daily grind, it's not for the faint-hearted. It's for the tough, the relentless, the ones who look at the impossible and say, that I can do it. It's about pushing past your limits, breaking new ground, and doing the hard that everyone else is too scared or too lazy to tackle.
You gotta learn to sacrifice, to give up, to go up. It doesn't matter how talented or skilled you are. Without discipline, you're nothing. Why? Because without it, you'll give up at the slightest hint of struggle.
You have to force yourself to do the very best you can every time. There are no excuses, no backing down. You must keep moving, keep striving, keep pushing the envelope of what you thought was possible. This is the path if you want to get to the next level.
Discipline is about doing the shit you hate, but doing it like you fucking love it. It's your mindset that gets you through the hard times. So you gotta get your fucking ass up. Whether you're tired, exhausted, or just don't feel like working, then you gotta grind.
It's all on you. You're in control of your mind, not the other way around. You have to assert your will over your feelings, because those feelings will never align with your dreams. Beat your feelings into submission, because when you can beat your feelings into submission, that's exactly what discipline is.
When you decide to go after success, you gotta understand, it's not just about enjoying the easy days when the sun's shining and all is going good. No. You gotta be willing to deal with the dark, grimy, nasty days when you don't want to do anything. When you can get to the point where you are able to execute on your mission during these days, you will make it happen.
You're signing up for the grind. The late nights, the early mornings. You're committing to the that separates the winners from the whiners. So, lace up your boots, tighten your grip, and charge into the battlefield of life like a relentless fucking warrior. Because let me tell you, success doesn't give a shit about your excuses or half-assed efforts. It rewards those who say, I will conquer this shit no matter what.
You can't just dip your toes in. You have to dive in head first and let your dream consume you like a fucking wildfire. You've got to eat it, breathe it, and sleep with that dream on your mind. While your competitors are sleeping, partying, making excuses, you are working, grinding, making progress, making moves, and making shit happen. It's not enough to just want it. You've got to be all in, pushing through all the hard shit to reach the other side where the best things in life are waiting for you.
Nobody wakes up fired up every single day. What makes you successful is your ability to execute whether you're burning with passion or not. That's what discipline is. Doing the shit you don't want to do because you know it has to be fucking done.
It's about breaking away from the usual, shocking your system. Try getting your ass up at 4 in the morning one day. Just see what happens. See what happens if you push yourself to work harder than you ever have. Expand yourself and your limits. You have no idea of what you're capable of doing.
You need the mentality of an unstoppable machine, one that never accepts anything less than success. It's a mentality that tells the world, you gotta take my life before you can ever take my drive. It's about enduring any level of pain, suffering, discomfort for as long as it takes.
You want to make your dreams a reality? You want to rise above the sea of mediocrity that drowns most people's ambitions?
well, you better be ready to put in the kind of work that makes sweat pour, muscles ache, and your mind scream for mercy.
You gotta stop half-assing everything. You gotta work like hell and pour everything you got into that thing. And no one's coming to save you. No one's gonna do all this hard for you. You gotta do it all yourself. You gotta prove to yourself and the world what you're able to do, because people are gonna underestimate you all the time. So you show them exactly what you can do. You won't have to say one word. Your actions will speak for themselves.
Most of the time, we don't have someone there to keep us in line, to make us do push-ups and give us a good, swift kick in the ass when we slack off. What we have to do is we have to be our own sergeant, to hold the highest standards and allow no slack.
Your problem is you start something, you stop it. You start something, you stop it. You feel good, you do it. You don't feel good, you quit. People who do stuff consistently and on time, they surpass people who talented and gifted. When you are a true hunter, you don't go by time, you go by the gazelle. You don't hunt from 8 to 3. Why? Because the gazelle may not be open from 8 to 3. You hunt until you get a gazelle, and you don't stop until you get one. And then you get another, and then you get another, and you get another. Listen to me, a 9 to 5 person, they make a sale and they're excited. When you get to my level and you get one thing, then you try to get to the next level, then you try to get to the next level, then you try to get to the next level. A true hunter hunts. A true hunter's goal is not the prize. A true hunter's goal is to hunt. That's what they live for. They live to hunt. They don't just live to catch it. It's the whole process.
Every decision you make, the decisions you make on Monday, the decisions you make on Tuesday, the decisions you make on Wednesday. If you decide to hit the snooze button, you 10 minutes away from your goal now. So whatever your goals are, your decisions have to be in alignment with them. Now, if you want to be broke for the rest of your life, keep doing what you're doing. But if you want something different in life, you got to do something different. You got to go all in.
And mental toughness says, not only do I climb that doggone mountain, I enjoy climbing the mountain. I get a kick out the mountain. I get a kick out the weights. I get a kick out of fatigue. I get a kick out of the grind. I get a kick out of it.
It's one thing to talk about your destiny, but it's another thing to wake up when you know you're supposed to wake up, to say no to that party, saying no to quitting when you still got 100 more shots to make, saying no when your body said stop, but you put in 50 more push-ups. You can't just talk about it. You gotta be about it.
Yup, it's tough. It's hard. I'm not telling you it's going to be easy to sacrifice. I'm not telling you it's going to be easy to grind. I'm not telling you it's going to be easy. But I can tell you this. It will be worth the sacrifice if you can grind your way through it.
Somebody up over there doing some push-ups and sit-ups. I know somebody got it. Somebody got some fire for their day out of that. We call it Winning Wednesday, right? Maybe the mindset of you get to, right? You get to look at that information from world-renowned speakers and authors and people that have done some things that we buy their books and we buy their stuff and we wear their stuff and all those kind of things. So they did some things in the dark when nobody else would do it. Like Dr. Eric Thomas, he said, he got up so early to create content that by the time the best to ever do it had got up to create their content, he had 3 videos already created. He was doing it for free. Over time, he had so much content that it was inevitable that it hit the masses. That's just the work ethic. I'm trying to get something across to somebody. This is just my daily method of operation. Start my day. So I pray, I receive, I project, I put myself in position, and I'm just inspiring somebody else to say, you know what, I'm going to take the motivation to do this, whatever that is for you, and apply a work ethic as you see scrolling in the screen, which is, something to me. I'm going to Somebody's going to give me a reverse scripture. But apply the level of the work you do. So the level of the work I do, consistent commitment. I'm talking about you. You think of you. The level of commitment, consistency. You make the best tacos at Taco Bell. I mean, when they come on your shift, them tacos, right? That's you. You apply the level of the work you do. That's the level of the work you do. Hey, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. If I'm not going to do it, don't do it. But if I'm going to do it, really do it. That's a quote from a great friend there in Pasadena, California, Mr. Schamberger. Told me one time, if you're going to do it, do it. If you ain't going to do it, don't do it. But if you're going to do it, do it. If you could grasp that, you're going to do something. So you apply the level of the work you do. Now, what's the level of the faith you have? That's the other part. So you could do it when everybody else either you've lost your mind. Smile, lady. To you, if you out there still, you went to Ghana to start a new life. I don't know how many people had to tell you that you got to be lost your mind. But here you are, moving cross-continentally, right? Around the world, doing the thing. What you want to do and living a life and sharing a smile while you do it. Now, who says you couldn't? A whole bunch of people. But you apply the level of the work you do to make it happen. You're a Ghanaian now. You have you've traveling around the world, and people told you can do, but you apply the level of work that matches the level of your faith. So he says we have a level of faith the size of a mustard seed. Bishop Sykes here at the church I go to, Crossword, he said he gonna bring a whole bag of mustard seeds to show you how small a mustard seed is. My thing is, what if we apply, as small as that is, what if we apply the entire mustard seed worth of faith? Man, I don't know how much that'll be. That's a lot to us. It's a little to him. But we're saying we want to have abundance, right? We deserve abundance. We read a book that says we can have abundance. Hey, Mom. Hey, it says, I believe. That's up to you and how you, but it's a faith of the other side. I don't care what it is for you. You believe that on the other side of whatever the work it is that you're doing, it's over there. And this is the case in point. It's over there. There is another side. There is another side. Stay committed to the work it takes. You never know how close you are. You must continue, but you just may be. One more call, one more contact, one more email, one more option, one more show up, one more time away from the success that you desire. Now, if you take this information, now I'm just a guy that's sharing some information. I'm going to do the work that I got to do. And I don't care who believes in whatever it is for them, for me, or whatever the case is. See, that strengthens who you are. Boy, that takes some time, though. That takes some time. It takes also putting yourself in an environment of success around people that believe in you. They celebrate you. They promote you. They push you. They show you things about yourself that you may not have believed about yourself. They tell you you can do it. And not only will they tell you can do it, they'll help you do it. And if you can't do it, they'll show you how. But they know you have it in you. That's the thing. Be around people that bring something out of you that takes you to the best level of yourself that you can. But you got to apply the level of the faith you have, to apply the level of the work you do to match the level of the faith you have. Man, let's get back on into it. It's going to be an amazing week. I have some champions that I have lined up with, and we have aligned with each other to make an impact, to make a difference, to make a significant impact in people's lives. Now, we're a group of men that are independent business owners that have come together collectively to make an impact together and invite others to see how they could do the same thing too. You got to stand by for that. I'm looking forward to the amazing weekend. Stand by as we get a little bit more information about, what's going on out there today. Amazing. Stand by.
Many of you have thought about it. Many of you have spoken about it. Some of you have acted on it. Now is the time to circulate wealth in the Black community, and we have the platform for it. Welcome to CirculateBlack.com. What's inside Circulate Black? A business directory, business social networking, an online marketplace, and business crowdfunding, all in one place right at your fingertips. Log on to CirculateBlack.com today and sign up for free. Let's all work together to circulate Black dollars among Black-owned businesses to build infrastructure and wealth in the Black community.
Jazzabrations is unique in the fact that we honor jazz and blues legends over the age of 65 who have contributed more than 25 years to the industry. Our performances educate our families about legacy preservation and as we entertain our communities to have fun and to be educated about keeping the legacies alive.
Success Express Marketing Solutions presents your virtual video podcast studio. Let the Success Express team help bring your podcasting dreams to life. Here's what we do. We help you come up with show ideas, design graphics for your show, set up your podcast studio, and run the back end of your show. So what do? Be ready for your show. Make sure your guests are ready. Log into the virtual studio, turn your cameras on, and go. Not sure you're ready to go live on a monthly or a weekly basis? You can get the Try Us Out Success Special. It's only $97 with free design setup. All you got to do is try us out, and I guarantee you're going to want more. So get set up today with your virtual video podcast studio from Success Express Marketing Solutions. So go online to Success Express MKTG, and we'll get you set up today. Sign up now and get our free ebook, Modern Podcasting, that'll teach you all the techniques you need to know to get your podcast started today.
Huge day, huge weekend coming up. I gotta get you some information about what's coming this weekend. I want to get the mindset. If you know any committee, community leaders, difference makers, people that want to make a change, we want to connect the dots to success within. We will be on podcast Solutions Over Situations, 8 a.m. Sunday morning. We call it Impact Sundays. A little bit before church might be. Understand that we're going to be sharing some positive, powerful information. We want to get it out there a little bit early so we could get on with the day, but we're going to make an impact. You're going to be invited. It's going to be live. It'll be on social media. It'll be on YouTube. We'll get the information out to you. I'll speak about it in a second, but I want to put your mindset on something. So you said you wanted to do something. So you wanted to start a company. You wanted to join a business. You wanted to tip your way into success by owning your own business. It's going to be a little bit different for you. You said, you know what, I could do this thing. It's going to be Tupperware. It's going to be coffee. It's going to be whatever it is for you. You said you would do it. But then something held you back. I'm going to tell you right now, you're on the right track. It just takes making the first step. We're inviting everybody that we know, and we want you to invite everybody that you know that has a positive mindset. Men making an impact. We're going to come together. We're going to show how men can come together. Posture up. Alpha males. I'm talking about people that want to help people. If you want to help people, we want to affect families. You know, we're husbands, we're sons, we're fathers, we're nephews, and we have a responsibility, more important than anything, to have something that makes a difference in lives other than our own. That's the deal. So here's a little info about how to get your mindset right, and I'm going to show you where we are this weekend. Stand by.
The world is changing faster than ever. What used to take decades is now taking years or even months.
What you see right now is the illusion that people have had for many decades about the workplace being this secure place to work the rest of your life.
For the first time in the history of our nation, our children will not do as well as us.
We've seen our friends get laid off. We've been laid off. We've had our pay cut.
People are overworked and underpaid. They seem to have less time and less freedom. They live under constant pressure.
This is going to be forced. And so even if your employer loves you, they may have to cut you. There's something wrong that on Monday morning, the heart attack rate increases by 35%.
Technology is accelerating, job security is declining. It just doesn't seem like the old models of making a living are as reliable as they used to be.
Every aspect of our lives, there's a better way out there, but we're still doing it the old way.
We live in the greatest country on the planet, and there are a lot of people sitting around complaining and being cynical.
Like everyone's whining about this old model, and I'm like, why don't you leave it? Look at all this over here. Look at all this opportunity.
Since so much of our lives revolve around our work and the way we make our living, many people are thinking there just has to be a better way.
The biggest challenge facing our world today is not making money, is what are we going to do with all the displaced, unemployed people?
People are afraid that they're going to make the wrong decision. People are afraid of the unknown. People are afraid that maybe I don't have the skills.
Hey, sports fans. Industrial age is over. It's dead. It's dying. That's why going to school to get a job is an obsolete idea. A steady paycheck is an industrial age idea.
We're just going to talk about it. That's some information from some of the most powerful, successful men in the entire world. So I like to share what credibility of what we're sharing. Because when you're a person that says, I want to get started, you get all these other, examples of success. So it's tough, difficult for us to feel like, man, can I do that? But I was asked a question. I was in the class. The question was, why do they sell $40 million jets? The answer was because people buy it. That was Mr. Shedrick White. I never, the question just really changed how I even looked at stuff. I'm like, wait a minute. So then he said, not only do people buy them, if you ever get to a level where you're buying your one, you'll find somebody will tell you that you might not want to buy that one because they had a fleet of them. There is another side. So we're going to talk about how we can get to the other side together. Hey, leaders who focus on creating a network gives collective givers cultivate a culture of collaboration, trust, and open communication. Strong relationships form the bedrock of effective leadership. That's some fact. See, that's some fact right there. All gas, no brakes. I believe that if we put all of the work into what we want, and we find a way to partner with other people that see and feel the same, and they feel a sense of not only their success, but a collective success. That's a culture. I connect with coaches like that, and we're creating that kind of culture. And I follow a leadership that has created that kind of culture with Mr. Donald Bradley, created a company that allowed us to collectively pursue our independent individual goals with a business model that offers not only success and finance based on your own work ethic, but a culture that also you develop yourself personally. There's nothing better than that. And this weekend, we're going to be sharing that right there. And you absolutely can catch us live. We'll be on multiple platforms. Stand by and tell you about it. Impact Sunday. It'll be a podcast. We'll be live. We'll be on social media, on Facebook and YouTube. We'll be able to share that with you. But listen, these young men right here are looking to make a significant impact to connect the dots to success, to help other people see. It doesn't matter what it may be for you, but we found something that's for us that makes sense. It just makes sense. Now, if you get a chance, catch us live. We'll be on. I'll be sharing it. Contact me. Contact any of the gentlemen. We look forward to seeing you on the other side. It's going to be an amazing day. I say this. If you want something in your life that you haven't had in your life, you're more than likely going to have to do something in your life that you've never done in your life. Like, if you never cook and it takes for you to take care of your family to cook, you're going to have to learn how to cook. That's it. But you get to do it with the spirit of excellence. You get to decide that, you know what? I get to learn something I've never done before. I get to connect with people that are showing me things that I've never seen before. I get to connect with people that believe in me to a higher level, a degree that maybe even I believe in myself. Child of God, babe in the word, I believe in people to the extent that it makes you I believe that everybody can do what they want to do. I believe that we could all do the work to develop ourselves, to be the people that God created us to be. That's the work. And that's the real work. We'll see you on the side. Have an amazing day on purpose. And there is another side.